All right, what's this experience been like?
It's been great.
The Allegiant Stadium. I mean, this is all
fantastic.
larger than life, right?
No, it's been great. You know what? I think this was perfect timing. First perfect setting, I should say, for this event this year, with adding the 4 new schools and seeing all the new media from this new market. It's really exciting. I mean, our conference is a nationwide conference, and our geography. If you start looking at it, I've done a lot of radio interviews today. If you start looking at the geography of our conference, it could be really special. You know, certain conferences are kind of pinholed in one region of the country, from Texas maybe to Florida, and we, from a geography standpoint, we have Florida, we have Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, California, Utah, New Mexico, Phoenix, or Arizona. So, I mean, we're going coast to coast, and I think that's going to be the wave of the future, especially as you look at revenue share and name, image, and likeness, where kids are trying to build their brand for the next phase of their life after sports. Then they want to be in these metropolitan and these more robust geographic areas, as opposed to maybe some of the traditional college towns that basically the university is the town.
How much has college football changed since you announced that presser? You know, UCF's moving to the Big 12,
Amazing.
and I mean, just think about it. You just mentioned 4 new teams and the influx of the previous set of teams, and how different this conference looks in just a few short years.
Yeah, when we announced Mission 12, you know, NIL and all that stuff wasn't out there at the time. So we were trying to fund, you know, the 4 parallel tracks, operating budget, facilities, recruiting, collective, and then obviously personnel. And then all of a sudden now you get collectives that are out there, and then you have to pivot. And you say, okay, wait a minute, if we're going to be competitive, we got to figure this thing out. So that's one thing. And then you have conference realignment, which is not that. I mean, I'm used to it. Conference realignment, I've been through it 7 times, so that doesn't bother me. It's the new opportunities, I would say. The new opportunities that I would say that our student athletes are going to get here, that are the ones that we got to work through. Plus with the house case, and those are also nuances that we have to figure out, and that's what we're doing. We're talking about. I mean, I was just doing radio on BYU, and I have the spreadsheet of scholarships and revenue shares, and it starts with option A, and I think it's option N right now. I mean, just the different scenarios, trying to manage through it, what it might look like, how we're going to handle Title IX, gender equity, what's revenue share, what's it mean, how are you going to fund these athletes, do you have the money to fund these athletes? And we fully want to participate in the full manner with whatever those caps end up being, and we've got some work to do.
How do you feel the first year in the Big 12 went for the athletics department and your various athletics programs?
You know, I've been asked that question many times today. It did not exceed expectations, I can tell you. I think it probably
your expectations, your staff's expectations.
Yeah, I think maybe. Let me say it this way. I knew it was going to be a lot tougher than what people thought. Maybe even our own fans, maybe even our own campus community. I've worked in the Big 12 3 times. I knew what kind of competition was going to be there in every one of our sports. I'd say certain sports did better than the others. But at football, you know, I was excited. I wanted to go to a bowl game. That was a real big, you know, this first year we did do that. You know, postseason we didn't get to, but made it to the, the NIT, which there's teams that didn't in our league. And then baseball, we made it to the NCAA tournament. So we didn't make it in some other sports, but we fared well. And finishing in the top half and having winning records in almost every one of our sports, was really something that we wanted to do. Women's basketball, now she was hit harder in the transfer portal than any of our other sports, because you start recruiting basketball players 2 or 3 years in advance, and I think we got to be patient. It's a big year for her, and other than that, I think progression is what I want to see this year.
Is there anything that surprised you? You said there's some things you anticipated, maybe more than the fan base did. Is there something that surprised you that you thought?
Something that surprised me. No, not really.
No.
Honestly, I mean, I'm trying to think through it. No. I think from a football standpoint, what surprised some of our staff, football, was how physical the Big 12 is in football. And I think we learned through that. I mean, I remember our competition the last, 20 years. You weren't playing week in, week out Power 4 teams. I mean, so I think knowing how physical these kids are and how they've been grown, how they've been developed was something I think some of them were surprised about. And just how good of athletes they are. But I mean, I think the basketball conference, we all knew how good it was going to be for men's basketball. But I don't think, nothing really surprised me, I guess, because this is my third time in the league, so nothing really surprised me. I think logistic-wise, working through some of the logistics was probably something that was, our coaches probably didn't realize, trying to get to Stillwater, Manhattan, Ames, and places like that, just working through some of that stuff, learning new places to eat, hotels to stay in, right hotels. I think those are all just come this time. Now, so this year, we think, we're going to go back to all these other schools, but in football, we only play the same two teams. Only played two teams that we played this year. Everybody else is new. So it's almost like Big 12 2.0.
When you came on board, you talked about the need for long-term development of facilities.
Yes.
You mentioned multiple times in this league. You'd visited many of these campuses, if not all of them. What do you feel about that now?
Same, and which was challenging is because my 4 parallel tracks, as I just talked about, was we're still behind a little bit in facilities, and this TDT grant was huge. Getting that to help us with our new tower, because that's going to help sustain new revenue help us generate new revenue and help us with other facility needs. I can put off some money to help us with other facility needs. But yeah, I mean, people haven't stopped. There's a misnomer out there that people have stopped building. They haven't stopped building. People are still building. Matter of fact, our league has probably the most new stadiums in the country. And so Kansas is building a new one. K-State's probably brand new. Oklahoma State's brand new. TCU is fairly brand new. Houston, Baylor. I mean, and so yeah, we got. But I don't think we don't need anything too big. We just need to worry about some of our training facilities. I think we got the right path with the Hagel Gateway project coming on board with the first phase of that, building the parking lots and the promenade. And then we're going to pivot to the tower, and then we got to renovate the Wayne Bench area, and then we'll continue to look at our other areas. We just spent $12 million this past year on the venue in the arena on some of the facilities. So it's still a really important piece.
A couple weeks ago, we saw the practice field construction and movement around. What's next? What will fans see next?
After the season, I think you'll see the. I'm a little fried because I've done so many interviews. You'll see the West Field right outside the stadium. You'll see that go away. We'll start building a parking lot to make way for our new operations center for football, coaches operations center. And then you also see the promenade going from Ken Dixon Way, aka Old Orion Boulevard or Orion Road, whatever, and to the camp, to the front of the stadium.
What are you most proud of in terms of fundraising? You think back to when you were laying out the vision for the next couple of years.
Well, I mean, the TDT grant's huge. I mean, we've naming rights on the stadium, renewed our naming rights in the arena. Our multimedia rights is very competitive nationally at the Power 4 level. We've generated more cash than ever before in the history of the school. Our numbers, we inherited, I won't go there right now. But we had some financial challenges when we got here through COVID and worked our way out of that. I don't know if I can pinpoint one thing. I just know that we've generated more revenue than ever before. So that's a great tribute to our fans and to the people that support us. It wouldn't happen without them.
Commissioner Brett Yormark's State of the League was well received and generated a lot of headlines. What do you think of the job he's doing?
Doing a really good job. And you know what?
Does he motivate you? Does he push you?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
inspire you?
He's going to kick a lot of tires, and he's going to try to help generate new IP, new commercial business, and we love that. You know what? He's trying to generate more revenue for us to be competitive. And you know what? Anytime he brings us a new deal or something that he's looking at, I think it's awesome. Why wouldn't we? And that's you know, I think he's still learning about college athletics a little bit. He's in the pros, especially college football. But he's a quick learner. He's a quick learner, and he's doing a really good job with it. And I mean, listen, you can't argue with what he's already done with expanding our league, generate new commercial business, and there's a lot in the horizon that he's still looking at.
Yeah, he's talking about sponsorship on field. Is that something you might embrace as early as
absolutely.
fall?
Yeah, we're gonna look at it. We're always looking at how to generate new revenue. I can tell you that.
Is that something you could see this fall
yeah.
in the stadium? And we're 50 days away.
Maybe, I don't know. Could maybe.
No.
Yeah. So
What are
we'll
you
be for lack of effort.
Yeah. What are you most excited about with 50 days out till the start of football? And your athletics year is underway now, right?
You know, I just think progress, looking through progress and trying to, you know, our staff growing as well. You know, I'm excited about getting better as an athletic director. I'm excited about our staff getting better. I know our coaches are excited about getting better. So, you know, I think that just those challenges and how to and competing and helping our young people have success on and off the playing surfaces and doing great life. One of our former rowers is here today that graduated last year. Now she's working for the Orange Bowl Network, and that's exactly what she's on her way, you know, in the real world. And it's really. And I just tweeted out about it, and so that's gratifying.
Are you a Vegas guy?
No, not really.
Not really.
No, but I love it.
It's a whirlwind, right? You're in and you're out.
Yeah, yeah.
You like the idea of this media days being
I love
here?
it being here. I'm just not I'm never like, hey, let's go to Vegas. I'm usually like, hey, I'm so busy during the year, and there's, you know, I kind of like vacation. I'll go to the beach, man, you know, or go to something relaxed. But once I'm out here, I was like, this is cool. This is a cool place. This is awesome. But yeah, I don't really gamble. You know, I don't really, you know, I don't do that. You know, so.
Any thought to hosting something like this in Orlando?
Yeah,
Would you like to see it? Because this is
absolutely.
now Dallas and gone to Las Vegas. Any talk maybe of Orlando Convention Center or something like that?
We're hosting the Big 12 spring meetings in Orlando next year. All the football, basketball, women's basketball ADs and presidents in Orlando next year.
Introduce some of these West Coast guys to the East Coast?
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of these, and so we're doing it in Orlando. That's going to be cool. And yeah, I could totally see this event being in Orlando. We don't have a football stadium, indoor football stadium in Orlando, but you know, whether you do it maybe in the Kia Center or big convention center, a lot of opportunities.
What's your message to fans as we get closer to the start of a new athletics year?
Our message is just, you know, thank you for all your support, buying season tickets, donations, helping the kingdom, our facilities. Thank you so much. And I would just say be patient. The most important thing right now is stability and continuity. And you know what? If we can be patient enough, we can be an unbelievable program. We can be top 25 in every one of our sports, and eventually in the next few years, maybe 5 years, I think we can be consistent top 10 program.